Okay, guys. I thought about it. Had to take another walk. So I figured I would add some more things that I thought about. So this is part two of the review. There's a couple of things that I thought about, on my walk that made absolutely no sense once again. So just walk with me. All right, so number one, first thing is, okay, so I pretty much broke down the whole story to y'all in the first one, so I'm not going to go back and re-break it. I'm just going to kind of like add some footnotes and highlights from the first movie. Now, from the first review that I saw, y'all probably going to catch this mistake, but I said the first movie was black on black crime, and the second movie was Latino on Latino crime. What I actually meant was second movie was black on Latino crime, which I'm pretty sure y'all could catch that, but that's pretty much what it was. So first was blacks on blacks, and it was blacks on Latinos, okay? Which I'm trying to figure out. I don't know exactly why. Is it because it's a black nation that for whatever reason we can only fight minorities? Who knows? I don't get it, because the whole time when there were some mercenaries sent from America to get some vibranium, Wakanda didn't think twice about going to war with them. They just caught the dudes and brought them back. That was it. They didn't think about going to war with them or nothing like that. And it's supposed to be the strongest country, which I know from the comic books, you step foot in Wakanda or do anything to any Wakandans, it's war on sight. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it's supposed to go. But I guess for these Black Panther movies, if we're not fighting ourselves or not fighting other minorities, it doesn't make sense. But it's kind of crazy because in Black Panther comic books, he fights everybody. I think the first time that he came in the game, he fought the Fantastic Four by himself. So that's kind of crazy. Number two, Namor basically threatens the Wakandans to say, or threatens the Queen to say, yo, if you tell anybody about us, we're going to go ahead, come back, kill you, kill your whole family type shit. So the whole time Everett Ross is trying to help them, they're giving like little snippets of information, but they won't help. But they can't get any help because they won't tell who Namor is, which is kind of stupid because after all that, he still comes back and kills people. So you were saving this information for what reason? I don't know. Because truth be told, you could have had, what does it say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. They could have had the U.S. government on their side and just like a basic alliance for the moment type thing, the same thing that Namor was trying to set up, they could have did that with the government. Just had an alliance for the moment and said, hey, yo, we're not the criminals. These people are the criminals. This is where they stay. We need your help to eliminate them. That would probably have been a better movie, to be honest, because then you could see like what resources Everett Ross had to actually help, because he was saying that he was going to go ahead and try to help them if they could give him the information on who Namor was or where the people was. And throughout the whole movie, Namor never gets found, which is also kind of crazy because there's this one scene where they are trying to catch Riri, Shuri, and Okoye in the middle of the city. And while Shuri is driving, they notice that there is there's a drone, watching them, flying over them. You know what I'm saying? And then Riri knocks it out the sky, whatever the case may be. And it just happened to be so convenient where the video never catches the Aztec mermaids, when they hop on the bridge and start fighting. Because here's the thing that don't make no sense to me, bro. Like, they don't got no cameras on the bridge. They don't got no, like, come on, fam. It's 2022, bro. Like, how many videos on YouTube have we seen of people reckless driving, getting into accidents, all types of stuff on bridges? But for whatever reason, this bridge don't got no type of cameras, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they never see the Aztec mermaids. So basically, these cats they cause all this drama, kill all these people, and are basically never seen, never heard. So at the end of the day, the government is still thinking that Wakanda did all this craziness when they didn't, when all they had to do was just say, hey, that's not us, here's who it is, and the whole situation would have been done. Or it would have been closer to being finished. So that's something else, man. I was sitting up here thinking about it. I'm like, yo, this didn't make no sense at all. Then, to be honest, even when Riri made the suit, okay, all right, check it. They brought her into the lab to help them come up with the battle plan or whatever, or just to basically help whatever. So then she comes up with the design for the suit. It's never explained why she came up with the design, why they let her use the technology to make the suit or anything. Nothing. It didn't make any sense. Oh, the AI, that's another thing, the AI. Unlike Jarvis, which is a straight up AI, just a computer, this AI responds to threats. Like, bro, there's one point where Koye is like, yo, I'll stab your CPU with a spear. And the AI responds like, oh, okay, well then I'll do what you say. Like, bro, this dope, man. Bro, from that to Okoye stabbing a spear through the back seat so that it goes through the bottom of the car, to flip a car behind her and it's like dragging in the street, but yet the car still keeps the same speed. It's like, bro, and I'm also trying to figure out, okay, so Namor got his wings and his mutant powers or whatever because his Bob swallowed the plant juice while he was in the womb. Now, mind you, all these kids been born since Namor was born, right? All these kids have been born. So those other people definitely drank the juice. They had the juice in their system. So why couldn't somebody else take the juice and they could have a whole bunch of flying Namors or whatever? Like, that didn't make no sense either. Why is he the only one that can fly, breathe air, do all this, and everybody else got to wear these little masks and stuff like that? It didn't make sense. Also, another thing, bro, some of the characters were changing from blue. Bro, they were changing from blue to their normal, regular skin color underwater. No explanation. No explanation. It doesn't say like how they turned blue. Like did they take a sip of the herb to turn blue before they hit land or when they were in water? And then they had this weird like little siren thing where they could do these things to control people to jump in the water and I guess kill themselves. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, fam, they only used that shit twice. And the whole time they was fighting, why they just ain't just continue to use that? Because nobody had earplugs in. They could have just the whole time, because there's this scene where Wakanda comes up with this huge, it's real, this, bro. I don't know who be coming up with these Wakandan inventions, but these joints is pure trash, man. They need to really look in the comic books because these inventions that they be coming up with for Wakandans, it's trash, bro. Like, they had two knives that were stun guns. I was like, bro, why would you need a knife to stun somebody? Knife is for stabbing, cutting, slicing. Why would you, bro? Somehow they were stabbing people with the spears and shocking them at the same time, and the soldiers were still living because they took them back to the UN. Bro, these people, there's so much confusion, like, in this movie, bro. It was just, it was astounding. It was astounding. But anyway, back to the invention. They created this huge boat for whatever reason. The boat had some like cloaking system, which they conveniently cut off, once they got, I guess they only planned it, but so far, to go against the Moor and the army or whatever. Now, all they did was climb on the side of the boat and just hop up the boat. Now, if you're knowing these fools can climb up the side of shit because they climbed up the side of the bridge in order to fight y'all on the bridge. Y'all ain't come up with nothing like on the side of the boat that could shock them whenever they climb up there, that could, or that could steam them or dry them or no, yeah. So these fools is hand to hand fighting with some superhuman beings trying to win a war with nothing but spears and primitive type inventions, bro. Like no guns, no all for whatever reason. Wakanda got all the technology. We can't create like a gun or like an evaporating gun or something like that. They can only create like technological, old school primitive tools. Hey, bro, this don't make no sense at all, man. None whatsoever. And the Riri suit, okay, it looked basic as I don't know what, and she really wasn't doing nothing. She really wasn't doing no power. She was kind of helping out, but not really. And then when Shuri created her own Black Panther suit, I mean, it was cool, but it really didn't do nothing either. Like she kind of like helped a little bit by, knocking some of the people off the side of the boat. But then at the end of the war, when you see everybody that's on there, man, they had people fighting on the boat, and they still had people that were still climbing up on the boat ready to fight. So they really did no damage to the army at all. And then when Namor conceded or yielded so that Shuri wouldn't kill him, which she would have never killed him anyway, one of the shorties, the blue shorty that conveniently can turn blue or her regular color whenever, she just like, yo, I feel like you should have bowed down to her, whatever the case may be. And he's like, well, one day Wakanda's going to need us, and da-da-da-da-da. And when they need us, that's it. Like, he doesn't explain what his plan is, like what he's going to do when they need him or nothing like that. It's just, whew, boy. Ryan Coogler, boy, you got some explaining to do, man, because all these reshoots and all these times that you had to push the movie back for us to get this, like, this is what we got, bro. Like, this is what we got, man. After all these reshoots and everything, this is what we got. This is sad, man. And for some reason, like, I'm like, Ryan, like, this can't. Like, did somebody make you make this movie trash? Because I'm just like, bro, like, this movie could have been so much better, man. It could have been so much better. You could have had a proper send-off for this man. And it wasn't. It was super basic. Plot points didn't make sense. Like, it's like these MCU movies just get worse and worse. But I can't think right now of any additional things that I can think about that didn't make any sense. So I'm going to just leave it right here. But peace to the guys on the earth. Like I said, 7 out of 10 strictly for the imagery. Nothing more, nothing less. And it just wasn't that good, man. It was okay. But, man, I don't know, man. Right now, MCU, man, from Shang-Chi to Doctor Strange to some... Yo, these movies ain't been on point, man. These movies been... They not really... Dang, I think, man... I might be tripping, but I think the last official movie that was really dope is probably, like, The Winter Soldier, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, I can't think of no other movies that they came out with since then that was on point like that. That actually made sense, that was all cohesive, or it made sense for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I can't think, man. I have to go back and watch it, man. But, yeah, it's crazy. This is crazy. And the super suits that Shuri made for them, and I understand it's partly from the comic books or whatever, but they could have upgraded them suits. Man, suits look terrible, bro. They look terrible, man. I'm so disappointed in this movie. But it's all good. I was able to take my moms out to go see it, so that was cool. She cried because it was mad emotional. But besides that, man, bro, I'm done. MCU, man, y'all gotta step y'all game up, man. Cause this was not it, bro. It was not it, man. Peace.